Hi everyone, it's Tiffany, and I am really excited to do this little vlog, video log, right? Like vlogging. And I was really wanting to talk about a couple of things that have really been on my mind the last couple of weeks. And it's really about people and relationships and business and community. And even this sermon series at church is focused on relationships, the happiness, what we give and what we take and what we can change and what we don't have to change in life. And I just thought it was really important because I am a big collaborator. Those of you who know me well, and who know me very well, know that I am big on collaboration, whether it's personal or professional. I'm all about making connections, helping people get connected either to myself or to other people, things that can be helpful and supportive for them in their business or in their personal life. And one of the things that I really want to share is that that I do some part-time career coaching for Thomas Nelson Community College, and I also own my own photo booth business. And what's really awesome is right after the new year started, I had a chance to sit down with my friend Wanda Gatlin, who owns Cute Clicks Photo Booth. And yes, I did say friend, and yes, I did say photo booth because I have a photo booth company. And we weren't just sitting down chatting like at a networking event saying, "Oh, how's business? Oh, okay." And then kind of moving away from each other because we are quote unquote competitors. No, Wanda came over to the house. We sat down, we had some snacks, we laughed, we talked about funny things that weren't business related and life. And then we talked about business. We talked about how we can be better collaborators, not just with ourselves, but with others in the community. We helped each other with different tools and tips and tricks related to our business. And it was an awesome experience. And it's not something that we just did. We actually didn't know each other, gosh, almost 5 years ago when I moved back to Virginia. We both were at a wedding show, and we both were the only two photo booth companies, and we didn't know each other, and we definitely didn't really reach out like, "Hey, let's get together, let's be buddies." It was like, "Hi, how are you?" "Oh, okay." Kind of the awkwardness at first, and it was not too long after, a couple years later, that we kept running into each other, and we decided, you know what? Let's get together. Let's have lunch. And so we had lunch at this Mexican restaurant. We were probably there for like 3 hours, and we ate our food and then talked the rest of the time about how to help each other with business. And she helped me with some ideas. I helped her with some ideas. And then we stayed in touch and we would see each other. And then what would happen is I would have multiple bookings, and then I'd have one of my clients, somebody that I knew that really wanted to book a photo booth, but then I wasn't available and I didn't want to just send them back out into the world to have to go try to find somebody else. And so Wanda and I actually have helped each other out when we've been in those situations when there are clients that we want to make sure that we get to stay connected with, as our own, or with someone else that we have the chance to work with. And I just thought that that's something that is not as common. So many times we are so worried about somebody getting our business, not taking everything for the whole world to know about, because I know that phrase didn't even sound right because it wasn't. But what I'm really trying to say is there is so much business no matter where we are. Now, if we're in a town that has like 100 people or 500 people, and you're like one of five photo booth companies, okay, that's a little bit different. But I'm talking about in the area that I'm in right now, we live somewhere where there are tons and tons of people. There wouldn't even be enough photo booths to go around if every event in our area even wanted a photo booth, okay? And then some of us are willing to travel. I travel. I've traveled around the Commonwealth of Virginia. I've traveled out of the Commonwealth of Virginia. I have traveled, gosh, as far north as Maryland for events, and I've traveled as far south as South Carolina. So I'm willing to travel. And so there is business everywhere for everyone. And I really wish that we would all be a little more open and transparent about things. And you know what? We can all have similar businesses, and that's totally okay. Now, when you're friends with somebody and you have a business and you have similar businesses, that's sometimes different. Or if you start a business after you meet somebody and you get to know them, and then you start doing the same thing that they do, and then start doing the same things as them. I mean, that is something that sometimes is a little uncomfortable and awkward, because at times people can feel like, wow, they just kind of learned what I did or got what I got, and now they're doing what I'm doing. That's something that we hear a lot of too. What I really want to say is that I have learned so much being in my business, and I really want to credit two specific organizations that have helped me that are on a national and international level, and then also a local organization with networking. So the first group that I connected with was the Hampton Roads Chamber. I love the chamber. I love the chamber so much that when they asked me about becoming an ambassador, I'm like, okay, sure. Does that mean that I get to be involved in more activities and events and make more connections to help other people out and to get ideas and resources and blah, 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 blah? And the answer was yes. So I thought, well, gosh, that's just the best organization for me to be a part of. And then when they asked me to be an ambassador, of course, I said yes. Now my time's changed a little bit, so it's been a little bit more challenging to be seen at events and be able to help out as much. But it's still something that I'm very dedicated to. And this year, I definitely will have more time to connect with the chamber members and new members and people who have been chamber members for a while. So I absolutely love that organization. Diane Rayleigh is my membership person that I talked to on the phone when I first signed up. And I basically said, I'm in the Target parking lot in Williamsburg and I need you to take my card now. I know it's a Friday, but no. I need you to take my card now. So that was really awesome. And we forged a really great friendship. And then Michelle King, who also works for the chamber, who is an amazing singer. So if you need somebody to perform singing, she's in a band, you just let me know. But Michelle is great because she oversees the ambassador program. So she's been a great mentor and friend for me in my leadership development in the business world. So that was the first organization that I got involved in. The next one that I got connected with was the International Live Events Association, and I got involved in the Hampton Roads chapter. Now, sometimes people say, like, oh, wow, you're in this organization. That's great. Oh, it costs this money. Oh, it costs this. But you know what? I don't look at it as this cost that is so much money because people like to say, oh, it costs a lot of money to join X, Y, or Z organization. It costs money to join the chamber, same thing, right? Costs money to join ILEA, same thing. However, both of these organizations have given me so much back in return that I never would have even thought about. The opportunities that I've been given, the people that I've been able to connect with, the chance to connect with people all around the world when it comes to ILEA has been absolutely amazing. And I had no idea when I joined this event professionals group that I will admit, at first I thought, oh, that's the group for all these event people who have been in business forever. And there's no way I could, have my little photo booth business amongst that group of event professionals. And that was my own challenge. Nothing to do with anything or any way that anybody treated me. It was my own in my head, right? A lot of times we need to get out of our heads and we need to stop creating this dialogue in our head. So I got involved. I ended up being involved on a committee. From that committee, I ended up being involved on the board of directors as a director. And then I had the chance to be in a leadership role as the president of the organization, which was actually during the 2017-2018 year. I currently serve as the immediate past president. And also, I'm just super excited that I have been in about, I guess it's been 6 months now, in the regional vice president role for the Southeast region for ILEA, for the International Live Events Association. So not only do I get to help people in this area in Hampton Roads, but I also get to work with a whole region, the Southeast. And I love to kind of, drop names in here, but one of my friends, Sarah Cisna, who is the ILEA Washington, D.C. president for ILEA, she pointed out something to me, and it was actually connected for the chamber. So it's like the chamber and ILEA coming together again, right? Crazy. Um, I was doing an event at her alma mater, and while I was there, um, I had my I had this award from Inside Business. I was part of the Outstanding Women in Business in 2016, or was that 2015? Gosh, time flies. And so it was at that time that I had this award, and it's really nice framed type of thing on this like wooden kind of a platform. And I have it sitting on the printer. And so she was looking at it and she said, wow, it's pretty awesome that you're achieving your goals. And I said, what are you talking about? She said, well, right here it says something about you wanting, like, what are your plans for the future? Was the question I had to answer. And my answer was, oh, I really want to help more people across the state or the region in building their business and supporting them and being encouraging and inspiring. And she's like, hey, that's the RVP role in ILEA. And I thought, oh my gosh, I really hadn't recognized that. But that goes to show that when you put a plan in place, maybe on paper, something that you're striving for, or something's really in your heart, it's going to happen. And sometimes you don't even realize that you've achieved a goal or something that you've spoken that you really want to have happen in life. So whether that's business or a relationship or, an accomplishment, I mean, it's pretty awesome that she pointed that out. And I hadn't even realized that. So that was pretty cool. So anyway, I share that because that has been another major part of my life in my event business, and I'm doing things to try to continue to excel in my event business and my event knowledge through studying and being around people who I can learn from and planning activities and events through the chapter and then outside of the chapter. So I really hope that part of the message that comes across with me talking with my computer, really, and I guess whoever ends up watching this, I really hope that you realize that some of the best relationships in business you never knew or never even thought would occur or never even thought about occurring. And so, again, I'm really thankful to my friend Wanda from Cute Clicks and getting to talk about business. It's the community over competition setup, focus, emphasis. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I really hope that whoever you are, that if you're watching this and wherever you are and whatever you're doing, if you feel like you are just not focusing on your goals or not meeting your goals or not happy in business or in life, think about the things and the people that you surround yourself with in life. And I circle that back to say there's another organization that I've had a chance to be connected with. It's a networking group called the Future Billionaires Club with Courtney Zavisa. And she has been really helpful and instrumental in me challenging myself in my business and really putting that community over competition philosophy like really to work. Um, a lot of things that I do for my business, and I have opportunities to also involve the community. We do a lot of events that support the community, and Courtney will bring me new companies and say, "Hey, Tiffany, how can we work together with these companies to have them help in sponsoring this event?" That we have going on and coming up, and how can they be a part of the photo booth world, but and then how can we help them with their business and how can we help raise money for this organization? And so we collaborate with these businesses and they all help and co-sponsoring events, and that's where that continues to grow. And from those opportunities have come additional rentals from that company. Maybe one of three people help sponsor the photo booth for a nonprofit, for a fundraiser, and then that company, one of those companies, turns around 3 months later and says, "Hey, Tiffany, I need to rent a photo booth for my company's whatever, or I'm getting married," or something of that nature. So again, it's that community over competition emphasis and focus. So I wish that I was good with this little QuickTime player to know how long I've been talking. Maybe I'm going to see if it tells me. Oh, it says 13 minutes. So I definitely don't want to go over 15 because who wants to listen to somebody talk for a long, long time? So maybe I will commit to doing this on some sort of a regular basis. As my amazing friend and business coach, Zach Miller, says, I'm good at a lot of things. I'm really good at being creative. I'm such a networker. I'm such a connector. Sometimes I'm not consistent. So, this could be one of those things. But I hope not. I hope that I'm able to be consistent with this and sharing information. And Zach has been a big cheerleader for me. He has written a book called Anomaly, and this book is super amazing. It's so amazing that I've already read it and I actually keep it downstairs in the house where everybody that comes in the house can see it and read it or ask me about it. So pretty cool, huh? And I'm upstairs right now. But this book really helped to solidify a lot of things that were going on in my head that I need to get out on paper or out into the world. And so that's what that book has helped me do. That's what Zach has helped me do. He has been that person who silently would say, "Hey, want to get together for lunch? Hey, want to get together and chat? Hey, I have an opportunity for you. Would love to have you on Insight Business," which was a weekly business online television show in my area. And I'm like, what does this guy want? What does he want? He's not making me pay all this money to do all these things. He just kept telling me that he kept seeing me, and he was just really inspired and encouraged by my enthusiasm and my focus on business and people, and saw something special in me, a spark. And that is pretty awesome. And so, in reading Zach's book, I really have thought more about and implemented things that are helping me to continue to be that spark. And yes, I had a lot of that growing up. My parents, my family, friends, jobs, those things have shaped me. And in my business world, we got to keep working in business or working for someone else in order to pay our bills and live the life that we, want to live or try to live. And so I just love the book Anomaly. It's truly, truly, Zach has given so many ways about how to stand out from the crowd. And of course, if I told them all to you, you wouldn't buy the book. So I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you, buy the book. And it's great. And I've just am so happy that I've been able to meet up with the right people in my life. People have been encouraging. And I know that there are so many more amazing people that I haven't even met in my life. So I want to thank everyone that I mentioned in this vlog, right? Video log. Somebody tell me, I'm sure, if I'm saying that wrong or it's not the right word to use. But anyway, I just want to thank everybody that I mentioned this time. I'm hoping to mention a few more people every time or when I'm doing some of these things. And I hope this is really helpful. And if you have any questions about being involved in any of the networking organizations that I talked about. I mean, all of them I'm going to talk about in different ways, like more detail. But I just wanted to try this. So I hope everyone has a great time doing whatever it is that you were doing before you watched this video. And I hope you have an even more amazing time doing whatever it is you might do after watching this video. So thank you so much. Have a great time, and I will talk to you soon.